teams aren't out. This is just to get into the playoffs, or you'll be dropped into that. You have to win position. But now the kickoff goes off to Matthias. Ball plays out pretty far mid. Now Savage double commit from both of the Team Aqua players, and a booming ball from Zaldirex moves the ball on target, tries to go for the read, and gets the read. Matthias cannot get the touch, and the first goal going to Team Gold.
This is honestly pretty surprising. Team Aqua are coming into this match as the first seed in Swiss currently. They had the most amazing first match they could have ever had last week. I believe it was a sweep. They even did better than Team Sapphire and Team Black in order to get this spot. And they're facing off against the 4th seed in Team Gold. Team Gold, they've showed strong performances. They've had pretty bad luck of the draws in regards to they face usually the best teams right off the bat. However, this time they're here, they're ready, and they're fighting to see if they can make it to the playoffs in round 2.
Exactly, but we can never count any of these teams out. Even if you're first seed, lower seed, these teams still are deadly, and maybe that's a little bit of an aspect that Team Aqua weren't necessarily expecting if they come out guns blazing. We've seen that a couple of times where we see the lower level team, the lower seed of the series usually takes the first game if they can just come out swinging.
Exactly, and one player I'm really going to be on the lookout for this week is Rado Eagle. He really stepped up 2 weeks ago. He's been really not carrying his team, but he's been really stepping up and being a good leader on his team, doing what needs to be done in regards to more of the dirty work that the team needs. For example, looking for demos, looking for 50s, rather than going for beats on people who may be more mechanical than their team.
Exactly, and those players really are just underlooked, as we see a shot from Matthias and off the goal line. Really, the incredible shot from him, and ties up the game with a minute already gone. But really, the most important players that I look for are those players that just do the things that nobody really sees them do. So players like Rado Eagle, who is going for the demos and making the plays that are so impactful that are just normal plays.
Exactly, and if you are looking to get into high-level Rocket League, it's been said by many high-level players. The best players in Rocket League are not defined by what you can do with the ball, they're defined by what you can do when you're not touching the ball. So that would be looking for demos, intercepting midfield passes, just looking to be useful when you're not near the play, and that's what really matters in this Rocket League game, especially is when you go up to the highest level.
Exactly, being useful 24/7, always being a nuisance on the field, always having your opponents always check around the corner to see if I'm getting demoed or getting my boost stolen. It's something that is always good to have, and it really puts a lot of pressure on your opponents.
Exactly, and I do want to show that it's Zaldirex again stepping up. He got the first goal off the double tap, and he's stepping up again. I believe he is a new potential third that's trying out here, 14 gold, and Benji, right now, he's looking very good.
He is fitting in with this team very well, always in the correct position there. He had the double touch to open up the game, and he knew the ball was going to roll down and got the incredible shot, and really brought his team into the lead for this game.
Exactly. Now it's going to be over to Savage, trying to step on his team. Team Aqua not looking as dominant as they did in their previous match last week. However, they were facing off against Team Lime, who did end up forfeiting for the season. Very sad. We all were Team Lime fans, but they just were not able to step up to what they needed to do. And Team Aqua are stepping up to not just their level, they're trying to raise the bar right now. And it's going to be Matthias once again getting his second goal. Benji, right now it's looking like it's Zaldirex versus Matthias right now.
Definitely. The individual performances, as we said, they usually don't work if you just have one player carrying, but it's always good to have somebody step up. And actually one of his teammates was going for the bump, so it definitely wasn't just Matthias going for the ball himself.
Exactly. Now it's going to be over to Rado Eagle. He actually gets the 50 to go right out mid, but Septic was not able to read it. He does get back in front of it for a 50-50, two 50-50s as a matter of fact, but that's going to be a double commit coming out from the defense in Team Gold, allowing Team Aqua to push down the field. Ball's going to push out forward. Now back over to Matthias. Matthias looks for a shot, isn't able to get any power or accuracy on it, and now it's going to be cleared all the way down to Team Aqua's side, where Team Gold are starting to pile on the pressure.
Half the game gone. We got a pretty solid tied game so far. A lot of individual performances for both these teams. Now Savage tries to push the ball downfield, but gets blocked by Zaldirex and actually has the ball. His teammate tries to go for the cup, the ball shot downfield, and Savage goes for the shot, can't get the shot, and Rado Eagle booms the ball to an open net actually, and that's good. An incredible save actually from Savage. Got back in time, and these teams look so evenly matched so far.
I mean, we were surprised by that. Savage appeared out of nowhere. We thought it was going in, and maybe Rado Eagle thought he was getting it too. Savage appeared out of nowhere to get that save, but that's what you need to do. Blindside challenges, they're an amazing asset in Rocket League to be able to do. If your teammates aren't back or your last man back, if you can somehow challenge the ball without the guy seeing you, it's a great way to get free possession, not just to save the goal, but to get free possession as well, and possession is the key factor in Rocket League.
Exactly, you always got to be thinking about the play that's happening next, because he could have gotten the save, but if he just gets the save right next to the goal line, then there's going to be a follow-up player, so you always want to be thinking at least a couple seconds ahead of the plays and see, hey, if I get such goal, what happen next? But Matthias, thinking ahead of the play, gets his third goal, the hat trick from him, and shoots from the corner. An incredible shot.
Yes, look at this here from Matthias. He just slots the shot, and right now Matthias, he has that main league experience. He's a very solid player. He's been here since I believe season 3 or season 4 of the Havoc League play. He's been here for a very long time, and even though he doesn't really put in the practice, he does have fun to play in these Havoc Leagues, and now he's in Academy showing that experience really does matter as he completely puts a nice shot in the back of the net.
Definitely, really the impact player for his team right now, and that Havoc main league experience, he necessarily didn't do much in the main league, but Savage gets another security goal for them. But just because Matthias didn't really break into that top 2, top 4 in his time in main league, doesn't mean he still didn't get incredible experience, and he's showing that now as he's trying to carry his team to this first game win.
Exactly, but now it's going to be up to Team Gold to try and fight back once again. Minute left on the clock, and here comes Alderax. He has the first 2 goals. Can he set up his team here? He puts the ball mid. Ball off the backboard. Matthias will clear it across, but Team Gold should still be able to have some pressure. It's going to be a shot off the backboard for Team Gold, but again, we see Septic back on the backwards, but Alderax gets a hat trick for himself, and with 50 seconds left, Team Gold are back within 1.
7 goals with only 2 players scoring them, and Zoldrax with an incredible dunk. I don't think Ninian actually expected that, and the possession plays really have to be better from Team Aqua, which they already have a 2-goal lead, so not necessarily the worst, as they just have to hold on for 52 more seconds and they will win this game.
And even though we do see great increases in skill from Team Gold, especially compared to the very first tournament of this season, Team Gold started off, they were the last seed, they were coming in, and they ended up playing against the first seed in Team Black, and they weren't able to do too well. They managed to get a goal, but even then they weren't able to show off their skill. And last week we saw them, they got the win, but again, not a lot of consistency on the mechanics, but now we're seeing consistent mechanics. They're not really missing the ball. The only problems we're really seeing are coming out of Septic right now, because every single time he's in position to get a goal, he ends up being backwards. So if anything, the one thing he needs to work on is making sure he can face forward, face that ball, and maybe they'll be able to get the goals.
Definitely, but we like to see that the problems definitely are a mechanical problem, which mechanical problems take a lot longer to try and develop. But positioning, you can, if you actually want to work on your positioning, you can really get your positioning down. And this first game, firmly in the hands of...
But he ends up fake challenging when nobody's hitting the ball. So if we can just see Septics be on their goal box facing forward, maybe we can see him start getting goals.
You definitely can. Really, the third-man positioning in Septic has been lacking. I've seen a couple times where he could have shot the ball and he just wasn't there for positioning properly. And a couple times where he shot the ball and it was just not on target. Which accuracy really is, I'd say, the biggest problem in Academy League and even main league sometimes. We see the accuracy failing.
Exactly, but now it's going to be over to Matthias to the backboard. It's going to be launched out mid over to Septic. Septic now. Over to Savage. Savage now trying to clear the ball down the field over to Rado Eagle. He has 0 boost, isn't able to follow it up, and it's going to be intercepted by Team Aqua. Matthias looking to try and get a pass out mid, ends up getting the bump, and it's going to be up to Zalderax. Leaves it for Septic, but still, Team Aqua, they're starting to pile up the pressure now. We're seeing it again. Zalderax off to the side wall. Over to Nunyan. He puts the ball forward, and now Rado Eagle try to keep it to the corner for his teammates to clear it away.
Now Rado Eagle with time. Has just passed the ball upfield, but actually... It gets to Savage, who booms the ball to Zalderax, who booms the ball downfield now in India and gets the hit to the corner. Double commit, but Matthias actually still gets the hit. And now Septic actually backwards again. Really can't fully capitalize on the play that he had. And now a patch to Matthias, and Matthias with an incredible play. And this was not just Matthias. He had an incredible shot, but Savage really has so much awareness on the field to see his teammate is cherry picking and just boom the ball to him.
Yes, and Septic, he ends up out of position again. This time he's backwards to the ball again. He was put in a very awkward situation, but we're seeing that it's a little bit difficult right now for Septic to really just make sure he's able to turn on a dime. And it's something that even high-level players have. That's not something that we're really expecting, but maybe we can see Septic start rotating out a little bit wider, meaning he'll just be able to drive forward when it comes time for him to go for that ball. Overall, though, Team Aqua playing extremely well at this moment in time. The Inyan looking for the flip reset, just isn't able to connect, and Team Aqua still trying to complete the sweep as fast as possible.
Definitely. We do talk a lot about the Team Gold defense, but the Team Aqua offense actually is really hard to counter. So it's not necessarily Septic that is making bad positional plays. He's just put in very awkward spots. But Matthias, his 5th goal of the game, or sorry, of the series so far, and Savage with another assist off the backboard. Tries to go for the bump on Zalderax, and Zalderax cannot get a solid touch. And Matthias just booms the ball into the net.
I do want to commend Zalderax, though. He managed to get a really awkward touch. Usually when the ball's right above you rolling along the backboard, especially in Academy League, it can be a little difficult to actually get a read on it with the mechanics they have. But he was able to get a touch out mid. It's just sad that Septic wasn't able to get that touch when he tried to challenge early. And Team Aqua, they're really stepping up. Even when Septic's in position doing well, Team Aqua have been able to get saves, get shots, and overall they're continuing to step up when it matters most. And again, Team Aqua looking like they're going to go up 3-0 after the Neon, and Savage actually getting a playmaker here. Savage really setting up his teammates.
I love that he is playing such a solid third man. We see, I think, probably the most important players of Havoc and in Rocket League in general, other solid third men who can just set up these full field plays, and he's been setting up so well. He's been passing, he's been shooting, he's been an incredible playmaker for his team, and actually an MVP level performance, I would think.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely stepping up where it matters most, because Matthias is getting some nice shots. However, they're not really shots that are beating defenders. Normally defenders are making a mistake at this moment in time. However, whenever he does get an amazing shot, it's been Savage setting him up every single time. And if he can keep doing that, Savage is definitely putting on an MVP-worthy performance.
Definitely, and we see these players really making a name for themselves. You can make a name for yourself in this Academy League, and maybe even put your team in that promotion relegation tournament and go to main league, or just get picked up by one of the main league teams, which we see a lot out of the higher level academy players, because it's more of a RLRS, RLCS type dynamic when they used to have that, where you see players like Justin and players like that who are so good for their team and they get picked up by these higher level teams.
Exactly, and of course, like teams like Team Blue, Team Green, right now they're at the very bottom of Havoc at this moment in time. Team Green with 0 wins on the board, Team Blue only with 1. They're definitely going to be, maybe they'll be looking for possible roster replacements with some of the high level academy players if they manage to promote out. So that's definitely something that teams have to look forward to. Even if they lose those teams in the promotion relegation tournament, they definitely still have a chance to get into the main league.
Definitely, we see 4 goals to nothing for the Team Gold squad, and this, if this game goes for a shutout, this could be a huge momentum killer for the Team Gold squad. Which keeping it close to the next game was extremely important for them, but maybe just Team Aqua had to warm up a little bit, and they are firing on all cylinders now.
Matthias pops the ball forward over to Neon, puts the ball off the backboard, looking for the shot, isn't going to be able to get back to the ball. Rado Eagle couldn't get the touch he needed, so go over to Septic. Septic ends up clearing the ball long down the field, it's coming back over to Septic. Septic still behind the ball, ends up passing it to Rado Eagle, and that's going to be a beat by Matthias. Matthias, he's doing so well right now. He's one of the few people who's really taking possession on the field, and it's allowing him to really step up. We even see here Septic had a chance to take possession, and it did almost work, but overall, he was still giving away the ball.
And now the ball gets boomed downfield by Matthias, who actually tries to make a play on the ball, but a pass back from Savage to Ninian, who tries to get a play on the ball, but could not get a solid touch. Now Matthias with time, goes for the air play, tries to pass the ball mid to a teammate, but no teammate is found. Gets his ball back actually too, and Savage goes for a shot, but cannot get the ball in offense. Still, just playing laps around this Team Gold squad, basically just waiting out the time for this next game.
Neon, though, he's up into the air, looking for the double tap, isn't able to connect on it, and Rado Eagle will clear the ball down. Rado Eagle looking for the follow. Can he get a pass off the corner? He does. Back into the midfield. Septic is facing forward this time, and he gets a goal. Benji, that must be Nostradamus, because I predicted that if he faced forward, he would get a goal first try.
it's just the absolute. You're incredibly right. And the first time maybe that's just an eye opener for him. The first time he faces forward, he gets the goal. So definitely a great for momentum. As you see, they finally broke through that defense, and maybe now they realize, hey, what did we do on that play that we got to beat them? Maybe Team Aqua aren't actually trying as hard, but you still got to take that with all the confidence that you can.
Exactly, and I also said it was Rado Eagle. If he could start setting up some passes for his teammates, that's what really matters most. And we were talking about setting up Zalderax, but since Septic faces forward, might as well have 2 strikers to help him out. But that's just going to be Savage clearing the ball down the field with 20 seconds left on the clock. That's going to be a 4-goal lead now for Team Aqua. Team Aqua continuing to put on an offensive performance here against Team Gold.
Team Aqua really the favorites coming into this. We saw the first the first Team Gold really had a spark in game 1, but in game 2, this has all been Team Aqua, which we come to expect from the higher level seed coming into these games.
Exactly, that's gonna, oh my goodness, Matthias gets his second hat trick of the series in the second game. Look at this, he gets the 50-50, and then Savage was looking for a bump, scared away the goalie, and that's just gonna be an easy goal there for Matthias as they're looking to get the Brazil.
He just goes left, right, left. We talked about how Savage was really assisting him, and even assisted him on that. But that was still an incredible individual play from Matthias, who we always see a lot in the dynamic duos. And Savage gets the versus off of a dunk from all the way from downtown, from midfield. It just falls through all the way. But we talk about these duos, and I think the duo for this game is Matthias and Savage, who have just been setting up each other so well. And really, 700 points and 600 points, 6 shots together, and only 1 save.
And we do have to remember Savage and Matthias, they were teammates for the last split of the last season back when Main League was C3 and above. And just because of the new format where we do GC1 and above for Main League, they ended up getting dropped down to Academy, and they're still looking strong as ever. And that Main League experience is definitely showing up here against Team.
Yeah, the last game of the series, but anything could happen. We've seen so many upsets from lower level teams, higher level teams, teams that have gone 0-2. We've seen a couple reverse sweeps in Havoc, and maybe, just maybe, if Team Gold can pull something out of their magic hats, they can get this. But Matthias says no. With 9 seconds, he's already got the goal lead for his team.
And Matthias, not necessarily known for his fancy mechanics, but he's always been consistent. Even when he first started off in Main League, he was able to pull off air dribbles even against teams like Team Blue and Team White, which is something that not a lot of people in lower level games are able to do. However, Zalderax, it looks like he's stepping up, and we're having maybe another 1v1 battle between Zalderax and Matthias.
And just a kickoff goal. That's needing a little bit of misplay on the kickoff, but definitely a really good momentum swinging goal, because 2 seconds after they got the goal, they got it right back. So really good to know this game is still basically 0-0, and they still have so much time to try and get this goal lead.
Exactly. Now it's going to be over to Neon. Flips the ball up high into the air. Over to Savage. Savage just the ball to the backboard. Now over to Matthias. Matthias trying to keep it up. Isn't able to get there. It's going to be a double commit there from Team Gold, but luckily for them, Rado Eagle is there with the save. Zalderax pass the ball at the backboard. Rado Eagle has 0 boost, looks for a quick shot, and looks like Septic actually double commits to them. It's Zalderax last on defense, and Matthias will win the 1v1 battle this time. And with only 33 seconds in, it's a 3-goal game already.
I love these Academy games because they're always so high scoring, which we see, that was just a little bit of mispossession play from Rado. I guess he just didn't realize he had no boost, and he goes for a shot on the goal, but he really had no boost to actually put any power behind it. And Matthias, another goal for him, and the goal lead again for Team Aqua.
Here we go, Zalderax back into the offensive side. Savage ends up whiffing. It's going to be a chance here for Team Gold. Rado Eagle actually beats Neon to the ball. It's going to be over to Matthias. Matthias ends up getting beat by Septic. Septic sets up Zalderax perfectly, but Zalderax isn't able to get the touch. And Matthias, he's not going to miss that one. Puts the ball right on target. This time, Rado Eagle with the save. Pops the ball over to Septic. Septic, though, gets beat on the 50 by Neon. And Team Aqua is still looking for a chance. Zalderax off the backboard will clear the ball away. Team Gold, their defense is leveled up. However, they're just not able to get on the offense with too much pressure just yet.
And now Rado Eagle tries to force the ball downfield. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. Still plenty of time for a tie to come from Team Gold, but incredible offensive showing from Team Aqua, and really a lot of unanswered shots from Team Aqua. And Savage goes for the ball into the air, tries to go for a double touch. Ken tries to go for the double touch, plays the ball off the backboard. No teammate is there. She tries to go for a hit, but gets blocked. Blocked by Zalderax, I believe. And now this game is still firmly in the hands of Team Aqua.
Ball back over to Zalderax. Zalderax tries to clear the ball down the field. It's going to be intercepted by Matthias. However, he wasn't able to get the perfect touch, and Team Gold are going to continue pushing down the field once more. It's going to be over to Zalderax off the backboard, and Septic, he faces forward again, and he ties up the game. Oh my goodness, look at this here from Septic. He went from game 1 being backwards to multiple different opportunities, and now after another pass from Zalderax, that's going to be his second goal of the series. Benji, Septic is stepping up.
Really a coming of age for him. He finally learned to face forward, and he's already gotten 2 goals from that, and now he's trying to lead his team into this game win, and this is the first step of the reverse sweep they're trying to pull off.
Exactly. Now it's going to be over to Septic. Septic tries to pass the ball mid. It's going to be over to Savage, but Benji, this does have to question. If Septic did actually face forward, if he did have just that little bit of knowledge, do you think the Team Gold may have been able to sneak away with game 1 victory? Because right now, with how they're looking, this game 3 is looking very solid. Septic is stepping up, and he's looking very confident.
I do believe the game probably would have gone into overtime, but who knows with this team. Team Aqua squad is really just on another level right now, but definitely a contributing factor why they lost that game. Septic really couldn't contribute on offense as much as he's doing right now.
Rado Eagle puts the ball low forward. He clears it down. Matthias ends up not hitting. It's off the crossbar. Follow up from both of the players. It's off the crossbar and post, but Septic is going to put it in. Septic is stepping up, ladies and gentlemen. Off the backboard, Septic ends up getting beat by Rado Eagle to the ball. He turns around and he puts it right back in. Septic, he must have the stream on. He's mad and he's ready to prove a point.
He is angry at us for calling him out, but he is stepping up now. Already 2 goals for his name, which is actually already what he has in the entire series so far. So really stepping up in this game 3, but he needs a full team performance, and he's already gotten that with the pass from Rado Eagle. So this team needs to step up if they want to take this game and try and take this series off of Team Aqua.
Ball gets popped out high. It's going to be a miss from Neon, and Savage is going to clear the ball up. Now back over to Zalderax. He pops the ball mid over to Septic. Septic shoots, and he gets a hat trick. Oh my goodness, Septic. He's mad. I don't know if I want to play in a game with him after this. He's mad. He's mad at both of us, Benji. He's looking really good right now.
Going to be another tweet. He's going to call me out for calling him, just saying he isn't facing forward. He is facing forward all the way now, and he's firing on all cylinders. He's exploding onto the field on this map, on this game 3, and has that security goal for his team. So now they have 2 minutes. They just have to play their game, keep all the offensive coming, and just can't let any goals go in. Another save from Septic, and Rado Eagle now has the ball, trying to force the ball downfield.
And everybody, this just goes to show you that so much in Rocket League and even other sports and games is sometimes the problem is just a small, simple problem that if you fix it, you'll be able to do really, really well. As we can see here from Team Gold, they fixed one problem. They were able to start getting all the goals they needed on the board. However, Matthias, he's not gone, and he's going to be looking to get his 3rd hat trick of the series, which he's already gotten, and he's looking very strong still.
Definitely Septic may have been stepping up for this game, but Matthias has been stepping up the entire series, and he is not done now. He's got another hat trick on the name. I think that's 2 hat tricks in 3 games, so really an incredible player right now, and really trying to pull his team across the finish line.
Matthias, 3 hat tricks in every single game. He's gotten a hat trick right now, and of course Septic and Zalderax have a hat trick both to their name. Maybe we can see Rado Eagle step it up where it matters most now. Can he get the 3 saves? Maybe that's going to be a miss though, and Matthias is going to put in a 4th goal. Matthias, he is stepping up big when it matters most, and it's tied 4-4.
And you said at the beginning of the series, we wanted to see Rado Eagle step up, but I don't think he has. He had that whiff on the goal, and they could have gotten his team another security goal, and he couldn't get the save there. So I think Rado Eagle really is not necessarily holding his team back, but really needs to step up in the way that Zalderax and Septic have.
And it's going to be very difficult for Team Gold in those 1v1 situations. As we've seen before, Team Aqua and Savage, and as Savage puts in another goal, Team Aqua and Savage and Matthias, they have the main league experience. Even though they're within the academy ranks, they are the ones with experience. So in those 1v1 plays, they're going to have the confidence. And it's going to be very difficult for Team Gold and other academy players who don't have the experience to be in those 1v1 situations. But if we can see those teams step up, just build up confidence, just realize it doesn't matter if we lose, then maybe we can see them continue to improve. But right now, Team Aqua definitely looking strong.
Team Aqua getting the go-ahead goal to try and take this game and try and take it in the sweep. We saw an incredible fight from Team Gold, but they still have to get another goal if they want to even have a chance of forcing overtime.
Ball's off the crossbar, and Neon's gonna put it in the back of the net. Team Aqua have woken up, and oh my goodness, so Team Aqua can play like they are right now. That's what we want to see for them going into the next week. We saw Team Aqua, they ended up losing to Team Sapphire in the playoffs, and Team Sapphire ended up losing to Team Black in the grand finals. So it's going to be interesting to see how Team Aqua's going to do, because Team Aqua, they want to make it back to that main league. And if they manage to win this regional, or at least manage to keep it close this regional and move on to see if they can win the 3rd tournament, then who knows who's going to make that promotion relegation spot.
Definitely, only 2 teams can go, and we have, I'd say, 3 contenders for those 2 spots. So we're gonna see how Team Aqua really adjusts to the trying to play against the likes of Team Black and Team Sapphire. And I think this game is really a really powerful showing, as this is not a bad team in any sort of way. Team Gold really have shown up in this last game and in the first game, but just really couldn't close when it mattered most.
And that's what I really want to show right here from Team Aqua, is they're looking like the best team right now. Not just mechanics-wise, they're looking like it rotation-wise. We've, of course, seen from Team Black, they're having the same problems that teams like Team White are in the main league right now, where they have one amazing star player who doesn't know how to play as a team. And